My wallet hasn't seen a banknote in almost a year now.
Mm.
It's okay. I'm not pleading poverty. No links to a GoFundMe account
I'll post it
or
later anyway. Yeah.
or even an OnlyFans page. Well, not yet anyway.
I'll post that later when you do. Yeah. So if anyone wants to see.
Here in Brazil, hardly anybody who has a cell phone and a bank account uses cash anymore, or at least very rarely. Even to pay for things like car parking, we pay using the cell phone.
Yeah.
Right? Um, it's all done digitally.
Mm.
Bit of a problem for those who wash a windscreen at a traffic light, as the motorist doesn't want to make a digital transfer, which is what most of us do these days. Even bank debit cards are becoming redundant because of the PIC system,
Yeah.
which you access on your phone and make your financial transfer online. In the UK, I know the use of cash has taken a nosedive, and the more convenient way of internet transfer seems to be the way to go. But surprisingly, the Bank of England is still declaring cash is king. Perhaps they are seeing that their buddies in the back room are doing less and less as the use of physical money is going down and down.
Mm.
So to put things up, the bank is wanting to change the appearance of its cash. The chief cashier of the Bank of England said, "Our banknotes have celebrated notable historical figures since 1970, when William Shakespeare became the first person, other than the monarch, to feature on a banknote. However, there are many ways to represent the UK. So, just for my benefit, nowadays, because it's been a long time since I've seen British money,
Hmm.
I had to do a recce.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So, a skydiver has Winston Churchill on it. There you are, fiver,
Okay.
something like
That's clever. Yeah. Okay.
that. A tenner has Jane Austen.
Okay.
A score has J.M.W. Turner, a Romantic era painter.
Mm. Okay.
A bullseye, not a
Mm.
bullseye is, not a
Mm.
bullseye is.
For the tarts, yes. Centre.
No, banknotes. We're talking banknotes here.
Right.
A bullseye is £50, a £50 note.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Come on, man, get with it.
Mm.
It's got a mathematician, Alan Turing.
Yeah. One of my
The new,
heroes. Yeah.
the new Scottish ton. You know what a
Mm.
ton is?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
£100 Scottish banknote.
Mm. 100. Yeah.
Appears Dr. Flora Murray, a medical pioneer from Dumfries.
No.
And back in England, the Titan. Do you know what a Titan is?
Tied to something powerful and big. Yeah. It was a
Yeah,
ship. Yeah.
it's a banknote worth £100 million.
Right. Yes.
That's our biggest. That's the biggest banknote in the the UK.
Have you got one of those?
I was just about to say I've no idea what's on it. I've never had enough in my bank account to see one. Actually, the Titan is only for internal use within the bank,
Yeah.
which is as well because not many shops would give you change for it if you had went in for 20 Regal tipped. If you went in for or a packet of chewing gum.
Yeah.
So back to the plot. The Bank of England is wanting the public to suggest themes for new banknotes,
Right.
such as nature, architecture, landmark,
Mm.
landmarks, arts, culture, and sports.
Oh, God. This is going to go crazy. Yes.
Right. So Victoria Cleland, sorry,
Yeah.
rattled a few cages by saying that the banknotes serve a symbolic representation of our collective national identity
Mm.
and an opportunity to celebrate the UK,
Mm.
but also added that real diversity, such as gender, ethnicity, and disability, could be taken into account.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
So some conservative politicians remarked, "This is wrong-headed wokery. We should be proud of our history
Mm.
and not sideline it." That was Kevin Hollinray, a politician, said that.
Mm.
Japer Rees-Mogg, he had his say. He said the Bank of Wokeness wants to ignore our history and heroes to model itself on the unutterable banality of euro notes.
Mm.
He's got away with words as our Jacob.
Yeah, he's up there, isn't he? He's up there with Winnie and etc. Yeah.
Many on social media also complained as it being an assault on British heritage. Anyway, the public consultation remains open during July, and the final decision will be made by the Bank of England Governor, Andrew Bailey. Now, the last time a national entity tried to do something like this to involve the public,
Oh no, please.
it
Yes,
was
I
to
know.
name a boat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the British public voted for Boatham and Boatface, right? Which
I
wasn't
like.
accepted by
Funny
the
that.
final state,
Yeah.
called
Well,
something like the Lindy Lou or something like that.
yeah. If you want something sensible, never ask the British public, please. You know, never in the history has they ever come out well. Um, I mean, some would argue, there's some that would argue even asking the British public about about a referendum about uh, membership to a certain organisations didn't quite go as um, yeah. It's I mean, when we talk diversity, when Alan Turing being featured on a banknote is already diversity. Yeah. Um,
I missed that. Say that again.
Alan Turing being on a banknote
Yeah, yeah.
is already diversity.
Mhm.
Certainly. I would argue that Winston Churchill achieved protecting people's rights to exist is already a champion of diversity. There's rumours about Florence Nightingale, about her extracurricular.
Right. So I was going to say
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
The one about the Scottish £100 note, Dr. Flora Murray,
mm,
a medical pioneer.
yeah,
Uh, she was in fact a lesbian,
yes,
right?
yeah.
But of course, um, I don't know why they have to mention it. Surely they should just be able to talk about her good work
Mm.
and achievements.
Yeah, but that's not important anymore. It's all about um, identity. Um,
Which is why Japers Rees-Mogg
mm,
and our friend, the other guy, were complaining about Victoria Cleland's
mm,
comments about saying, it's real diversity such as gender, ethnicity,
mm.
and disability could be taken into account.
Yeah, I mean,
So
um,
you're going to put somebody on the banknote, if they fall into these categories,
mm,
they'll be having Danny LaRue on a banknote, or you know,
mm.
imagine having a brand new Quentin Crisp fiver.
Mm. I mean, oh yeah, at the moment, if we want to go diversity, Prime Minister Disraeli, that's ethnicity for you, different ethnicity, identity. Benjamin Disraeli, yeah, he was Jewish. There you go. I'm helping out already. Um, sorry, yeah, I'm just trying to think of. Okay, no, I got to play to this, and I'm just trying to think. Notable other people who came from diverse. I don't like the term community because community means commune, and I like a more of a global notion of British. I'm just trying to think of how you could represent this, because whatever you're going to do, you're going to alienate some other people. Um,
Well, sometimes you're looking too far.
mm,
If look here in Brazil,
mm,
right, the banknotes. What have they got on the banknotes here in Brazil?
we've got
They've got animals,
yeah,
on them,
mm, yeah,
right? So much so that they refer to the banknotes as like the onça,
Yeah.
or the fish,
Yeah. Yes.
the big fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so or the turtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are here in Brazil. They don't have people as such on the
No.
banknotes.
No.
They have
Not
they have
really.
the flora and fauna.
Mm.
Well, the fauna, not the
Yeah.
flora.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a bit like yourself, I don't often have banknotes in my wallet, but I'm married, so that's my excuse. Yeah.
She tells you what's on the banknotes.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. My wallet is left on the side when I go to it. I don't really get much opportunity to study it because they're not there anymore. Um, yeah, I do it. Yeah, I use a card a lot more than anything else. I still like my debit card, I will admit. Yeah, I don't think I even know how to use Pix properly. Yeah, anyway, that's a different matter. But it's a no, I mean, I read this the other day. I heard this, and I immediately thought of the boat scenario, and I thought this might not go. Let's just put it this way: the only people who are going to be taken as seriously are the people who are dedicated to um, identity politics. Yeah, the rest of us, I mean, the rest of us are quite happy to have any money in our wallets at the moment. By the time we've paid the electricity, the food, the grocery bill, yeah, our transport costs, yeah,
Well, these next banknotes in the UK, they've got to think really, really hard and long about what they're going to put on there because
yeah.
these days they're made out of plastic, this polymer stuff, and they're going to be around for an awful long time.
Well, that, yeah, well,
I
that,
think if they put and I'm going to say it, if they put a raging fairy on a banknote, I'm not sure how that will make Britain appear on the world stage.
well, actually, I think that's quite a good representation at the moment. But there you go.
Well,
But um, yeah, I mean, yeah, because even if you put notable buildings, St. Paul's, you'll upset people. The Houses of Westminster, great piece of Gothic architecture, you've upset people. Um, if you put the Lloyd's building in London on there, you'll upset a lot of people in the city. Um, okay, I've just gone to London at the moment. There are other great um, buildings around the country. Um, it is a. I mean, how do you celebrate? Okay, Britishness, Englishness, Britishness. Yeah, I mean
well, I
Scotland
mean,
have one.
you'd have to get something that's natural from the UK. I mean, birds, for example.
Mm,
British birds. I mean, the last time I saw a bird on a on British money,
mm,
right, was a wren, and it was on the farthing coin.
yeah,
And I don't think I've seen another bird on
yeah.
on
Hang on.
any other um
So so so
coin
so now we're
on
going to celebrate environment and nature on plastic banknotes. You
well, because
just
they last longer. They
yeah,
last
yeah,
longer.
yeah. I know. Yeah, I'm joking a bit, but yeah, yeah. But to say, I mean, it's not something I've really given a great deal of thought to. I mean, I haven't been in the UK since 2018 anyway, using this money. So it's and even then, I'll probably use my card more than I used anything else. Even then, I didn't have a great deal of money in my wallet because I didn't really need it. Um, Wherever I went, I used. Well, I had a credit card there as well. Yeah. So yeah, and I was being very careful how I spent my money as well. Um, but it's a yeah. But you're quite right about the disappearance of money as well. Getting back to that, it's affecting yeah people's ability to give to charities. You can't just go and put 50 pence into the RNLI um, uh, box on a counter somewhere. Yeah. Or going into Oxfam and just buying a £1
Well,
something or right.
for
Yeah.
sure it'll limit the spontaneous donations.
Yes.
I think the people who want to donate will sit down and think about it and
Mm.
do it electronically anyway.
Yeah. which I
But
mean, mm,
I think it certainly makes a good excuse for those warriors, those charity warriors that
mm,
chase you down the street, because you can say to them, "Well, I just don't have any money on me. I pay
yeah,
everything electronic," and they
yeah,
probably have card. They probably have a card reader.
yeah, probably now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could even do it on your mobile. I think you can have apps on your mobile phone. You can do it now, I believe. I'm not
Well,
sure,
they
but
are Pix. It's what the Pix is.
yeah,
What Pix is.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, wife does it with the Uber drivers. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I get my wife to order my Uber drivers now. You know, wherever I am, I text her, can you get the Uber? Yeah, simply because I can't be bothered to do it myself. Um, it's a um, yeah, it's an interesting discussion. We'll keep you abreast. We'll keep the rest of the world abreast of how it's going, so to speak. I mean, if we're looking diverse icons, we could have Samantha Fox. She was certainly iconic when I was younger. Samantha Fox, yeah. Um,
Would they fit her on a fight? That she'd have to be on a rather large banknote to fit her all on.
yeah, I don't know what she's
No
did
good
it.
for a fiver.
Yeah. Okay, let's think of
Wouldn't
it.
even get a cleavage on there.
I've just thought of a joke, and I'm not going to say it on here, but yes, yeah. Well, I suppose, or we could have a yeah, I mean, yeah, she's changed teams, as it were, hasn't she? So you got your diversity as well. Yeah, cover both sets of people in that respect. Yeah, probably things in between. Um,
All it out.
yeah, I'm trying to help out here. You know, I mean, I must admit, I mean, I'm Shirley Bassey. There you go. Diversity. She's a mix. She was a mixture of the war and other things.
Famous singer.
Yeah, famous singer, absolutely brilliant. Probably one of the best
Even
Bond
even though
themes.
she did sing "I Who Have Nothing," which is probably what most of the UK
Yeah,
residents
we can relate to it.
are
Yeah,
thinking at the moment.
yeah. I love Shirley Bassey. I think she's brilliant. But yeah, and when she's in interviews as well, and the way she was on Morecambe and Wise. Yeah. Um, yeah, Morecambe and Wise you could put on there. Everybody loves Morecambe and Wise, didn't they? You know, national icons.